niggas go broke trying to look rich. Niggas want to chill. Niggas will know somebody that knows Ricky Rick, and then they'll go to that nigga and show it to Ricky Rick, and then have a picture of the Ricky Rick and start selling a facade. That's what.
So, I guess what you were basically laying down to me is the fact that people are just people are always just trying to satisfy like the commercial success instead of making good music.
100%.
That's the whole problem.
Yeah. Not just that, but then I feel like we underestimate our consumers. You never underestimate your audience.
True, that is so true.
You know, we think that they just want to hear that from, you know, people in LA. You know, we love the Migos, but people in LA love the Migos, but they're mostly listening to LA rappers. They're mostly listening to YG. They're mostly listening to, you know, like niggas that really holding it down in LA, like Tiger and them dudes, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're too afraid to try and challenge, because you will fail if you try and challenge the landscape. And there's this thing about when you fail, you know, people think that you're being delusional, you're not really creative. There's a bravery in failure. You just never know how many times you need to do it. And I feel like to also be a great artist, you need to have an appetite for pain. Not a tolerance, an appetite. Like you have to be willing to be daring. Tyler's not afraid, bro. Tyler is not scared. When I listen to some of Tyler's music, I'm like, yo, would I really ever do, like, yo, who has the guts to do this? Like, you know when you rap, like, you know when you really rap, like when you rap in the game, bro, like, you want to go for the beats that are definitely going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? If you think that everybody's listening to like a mustard beat, you're gonna go to the studio like, yo bro, we need like a mustard type of beat. I need some keys on that. I need that shit to sound like Kid Ink and Chris Brown. You remind me. And you know, it's like it's you know, and it'll be lit, and then we're gonna put it out, we're gonna do that. Tyler will tell you that he's gonna be listening to Bjork because he wants his chord progressions on this album to be influenced by her music. And you're gonna be like, what? And you hear the Discord pianos and all that type of shit. You're like, you know, as a rapper, you're like, yo, you're really gonna do this, especially a rapper around here. There's one rapper I really respect, and his name is the least important, Choji Akagawa, man. He's one of the greatest artists out here, period. Let me just say that right now. Because he, like his album Pest, it literally challenges the landscape. Like nothing, like, you know, like he's the one artist that's really going at it bravely, you know. A lot of artists will just keep it real, be lyrical, you know what I'm saying, stay true to hip hop. That's easy, you know, it's easy to get credibility like that, you know. Rappers have been doing it for years. But like now when you're really out here making music that half the world doesn't listen to, and you want to be taken seriously as an artist, and you still get a cosign from OK Malone, Cool Cat, nah, you gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of us out here that are really holding it down and representing, you know what I'm saying? And like I got mad respect for all of them. But yo, bro, are they getting received? Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe it could be a thing about marketing, you know? Or maybe it could be a thing about the local market not being ready for that type of music. Because you need to also understand the climate of the consumers for hip-hop music in 2011 is not the same climate that is out here for 2019. There's a lot of shit you could do as a rapper in 2011 that you could get away with You don't get away with it now. You know, like Americanizing something we do as Africans, that is so corny now. Like, we don't care. Nasty's rapping with Black. You've got fucking Kid Teeny doing records with Styles P. No one gives a shit. Like it's over. The whole you wanna be American, that's over. It's done. No one cares. Even if you come through talking with an accent, no one gives a shit. It's now about, can you deliver? Okay, rap nigga, can you do it? But still though, even though the consumers are nicer than the consumer landscape is nicer than it's ever been, that's the advantage that Tyler and J. Cole have over us. There are people ready. There's a market for that. If there was a market for what Tyler does out here, if there was a real market for what we do as Odd Future Wolfgang, people like the least important artists would have been platinum now. You know, we wouldn't be able to talk to him. He's put out so much great content, but then people still people still sleeping on that. You know what I'm saying? It's the consumers as well. Africa, we don't have consumer culture. That's another thing. In America, yeah, man, like, no one cares if you're not famous. If they hear that, hey, there's this guy, he's got a song that was really doing well in that small town, we should probably go check it out, you know. They want in America, there's that pride of being the first to discover this artist. Or there's that pride of being the one to be following this artist. Like, I knew you when you weren't famous. I mean, and when the person blows up, the artist always puts him on the camera. I was fucking with him when nobody was. When they had like 10 people at the show, I was always there, and I was like, yeah, these motherfuckers are the truth. I downloaded all their albums. When they blew up, everybody was like blah blah blah, and I'm like, nigga, y'all just tripping. I knew this person way before. There's that culture in the United States. That culture doesn't exist over here. We want something ready-made. We want something we know is hot. We want to go there because we know we're gonna have a good time. Rappers can charge, new rappers can charge what they want because there's a sure shot that people are fucking with you because you're on MTV Base or for whatever reason, you know?
That's very true. Like, I noticed, like, the one thing that really resonates with me that you said was, our market is not ready, and they all have the same mindset right now. That's one thing I've noticed. So, do you think we should, as artists should start pushing and challenging, doing different things and going outside of the box to force that change?
It's scary, but yes. But the question is, are you brave? Like I said, you need to have an appetite for pain. You need to have an appetite for that shit never happening. You need to have an appetite to be able to have a backup plan because, yo, bro, like, oh, man. Even though I personally, even though I make commercial music and I make, like, what you call this, music with substance, I want to secure, well, I know that I have to secure a career for myself. I have to secure that I can make money from this, you know? But then a lot of artists, I understand that in order to make commercial songs, especially good commercial songs, and to make good songs with substance, creating takes a shitload of your time. It eats your time up, and it's been eating my life up for the better part of the last 5 years, and I'm not mad at it, don't get me wrong, but it took a lot of understanding. So the moment artists understand what they need to do, you know, then something will happen. Because I won't lie, you know, even though I had a deal back in the day and everything like that, artists like Nasty C have made it very easy for rappers like me to become more acceptable. You know, they've made it easy for a lot of rappers to become more acceptable. You know, before rappers would have a trap record on their album. After they have a trap record on their album, then they're gonna put an Afro pop record on their album. You know, it stops being real music. It just starts sounding like you just trying to grab the charts. Every single chart you can appeal to. And don't nobody wanna hear that, you know what I'm saying? No one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear you do A, B, C, D. That's why a lot of rappers over the years lost their appeal. There's a danger in being generic as well, is what I'm trying to say. Just as much as there is a danger in going forth. Do you understand? So, us as artists, we gotta face our fears. That's all I gotta say. We gotta face our fears, you know?